Anyhow, anywho, now we could start Brume's or Adele's character story. An unheated gem. Yeah, the survey was pretty fun. How many stages are there? Oh, there's special stages, huh? Hmm. Okay. How many of this little bird do I got? Okay. Oh, nice. They're giving me some of the slab. The holy silver. Oh gosh, I need a lot of those. Anyway, let's get started. The Pyromancer. Safe house. With the sound of a creaking door and the slow patter of trudging footsteps, a young woman steps inside. Beryl silently watches the weary young woman. Her shoulders are soaked, darkened with rain.
Your trip to Vienna was not especially pleasant, it seems.
Beryl's here again? Your trip to Vienna was not especially pleasant, it seems. She doesn't answer. Instead, she pulls out a heavy pouch and empties it onto the table. Crystals and gemstones scatter out, glittering in the dim light. My mission is complete. Thanks for lending me your teleportation disc. It worked perfectly. So where does this take place? Wonder if this is after, like, the main event story or after Beryl's story? I mean, that would be really cool. My mission is complete. Thanks for lending me your teleportation disc. It worked perfectly. She places the plain-looking disc on the edge of the table, handing it over along with the stones to the diviner. Strictly speaking, they aren't mine. The Foundation only lends them to me as part of our arrangement, much like this house. Their safe house is one of few places shielded from the storm, and the dark disc is capable of long-distance teleportation. The young gem hunter's journey is now inseparable from the Foundation's assets. Keep it. You will still have need of it.
And our next destination is?
Her tone is businesslike as usual and devoid of any expectation.
Adele. What did you see there?
That must be an easy question for you, of all people, to answer. All the usual things one sees in the world before the storm. You look disheartened. Is it because you finally realized just how usual those things really are?
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche, I'm going to rest. Being a gem hunter hasn't been quite as she expected for all she's gained. She feels even more conflicted. She pockets the disc, ending the conversation abruptly, leaving the glittering gems behind. In the quiet of her room, she closes her eyes and recalls all that has happened in Vienna. All that happened in Vienna. I see. She's gonna reminisce. Streets of Vienna. Is this your...
Right.
Yes, sir, ma'am. This is my car. Please get in. Let me refresh everything over here real quick. Most nobles here still travel by carriage. Four-wheeled automatons like hers remain a rare fascination. The man and his wife step inside, and the young driver politely adjusts the lady's dress. The three of them sit, sealed away from the outside world. Mrs. Muller had told us these exchanges were always in a different place, but I had no idea we would be in a car. Nor did I expect the buyer to be a young lady like you. Tone carries no hostility, only confusion. You may call me Brume. Mrs. Muller, refer you to me, non. She brought me a jeweled necklace last week. I gave her a fair price, one that matched its worth. Conducting business in a car makes things easier for busy clients like yourselves. Regardless of whether our deal succeeds, I can still take you to the afternoon opera free of charge. The woman holds a flyer in her hand. Her attire bears theatrical embellishments. A peacock green plume glints from her hat.
Okay.
Just so. Mrs. Muller's never been cheated, my dear. Show her the necklace. The lady retrieves the necklace from her purse and cradles it in her palm.
That's
Bought this a few years ago in Paris. Emerald, not bad. She receives the pendant carefully and lifts it toward the light. The green refracts across her face, vivid and pure. She doesn't need her arcane skill to know this gem meets the standard. But a small dragon pokes its head out from behind her collar and crawls into position.
Par le feu est purifié.
By fire, what is false is purged. Sheesh, okay. Damn, we're straight to the game, huh? Oh, is this like Bejeweled? Oh, dude, that makes perfect sense for Brume. The crystalline lattice of a natural gem can never be replicated. A counterfeit holds neither pure color nor true brilliance. A gem is genuine if its brilliances of the same color can merge seamlessly. Tap on the brilliance to attempt to adjust its position. When 3 or more brilliances of the same color become adjacent, they merge into one pristine brilliance. What? You don't even have to be... What? But it's still not good enough. Pristine brilliance is not limited to any specific color, and when 3 or more pristine brilliances are merged, they become one perfect brilliance. Whenever you move a brilliance, new brilliances appear. Some of them might merge automatically in this process. You enjoy seeing brilliances merge too, don't you, Fufu? Delighted roar. Fufu's abilities help authenticate gemstones, but they consume energy. Fufu's ability change all brilliances in an area to random colors. Fufu's ability 2 swap the position of 2 brilliances. Ugh. I mean, how am I supposed to... So what am I supposed to do here, huh? Yeah, just like that. Perfect brilliances are sure to be found in a genuine gemstone. Acquire... Oh, 5 perfect brilliances. I see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Can I just change this to right here? This is fun. I'm not even doing anything anymore. Did the gem crack? Let me see, what did she say? Ah! flame flares, wrapping the many-faceted emerald. As it fades, the little dragon lets out a tiny burp. The gem in her palm remains untouched. Apologies for the fright. My associate here helps me authenticate
I'll
gemstones.
take it.
This one matches my requirements. I'll buy it.
You are.
You're an arcanist. My family has used our flames to distinguish genuine stones from false for centuries. The man revels a little at the claim, not fully convinced of her pedigree. The driver lets the topic drop with a turn of the wheel. Quite the performance, but then Mrs. Muller assured us you could be trusted, and we've known her for 30 years. How much will you pay, and when will we receive the money? It's yours. Right now, sir. That's the convenience of operating out of my car. She puts the bag on the seat and takes out a thick stack of bills. Just like that, there isn't anything to sign. Not at all, but if you're worried about the bills, we can stop. We can make a stop at the bank.
Dear?
Enough, Anya. We don't have any time to spare. But, dear heavens, must you go? She covers her face with her handkerchief and cries softly.
Don't do this.
Anya, don't say that. Serving is honorable. We are defending our nation's pride. Come now. Dry your tears. No one must hear you speak this way. Miss Brume? Rest assured, sir. Everything that happens in this car remains private.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just take us to the theater. We've looked forward to this performance for a long time. Pickle starts forward. Listen, Anya, I only need 2 pairs of sturdy boots. You keep the rest of the money. Go to shows, attend dances, whatever you like. I know you enjoyed them. Have Mrs. Muller or Valerie accompany you
Listen.
until we win this thing and I come back to you again. All right, my dear. I'll listen to you. The voice still trembles, weighed down by grief and hesitation. Drink some water. Riverside, Vienna.
I met a couple.
I met a married couple and bought an emerald from them. Of course, it wasn't my own money, and I made sure the price was fair. The driver relaxes against the car door, writing slowly and carefully on the postcard against an as yet unread book. There's no recipient, no signature, no address. She quietly jots something down, then tucks it back inside the pages. Halfway through, a voice calls out. Hey, it really is you. You're the gem hunter, right? The short-haired lady who's been driving around? Look, there's your dragon. At the comment, the little red creature on her shoulder puffs out his chest proudly. Yeah, the mysterious gem hunter. You're the talk of the town. Hey, yeah, show us the famous legendary magic, please, won't you? The sun is high. The young men are grinning and plainly drunk.
Famous?
Famous? Say you can breathe on a stone and then fire appears. If the gem is real, it comes out even brighter than before. But if it's fake, it crumbles to dust like it was never even there.
Of course.
Well, fakes aren't worth anything anyway. Rumors of a fabled gem hunter had already spread throughout Vienna. That was very much intentional. The flame of our arcane skill draws anyone with gemstones to come and trade. The fame comes with a growing pride. There is a heat in her chest that's hard to suppress. You're right. Though I'm not breathing any flames, that's Fufu's job. She strokes the dragon on her shoulder. It flutters its wings with pride. Can't make a real gem more valuable, but I do pay what it's worth. And what if the gem turns out to be fake? I don't charge for that. Appraisal's free. Good, good. You're a kind person. Someone who bought a fake gem has nothing left anyway. Look at this one, please. I spent everything I had on it. It was supposed to be for an engagement ring, but things didn't work out. What? You mean you're just selling it?
Friend.
Friend, if there's any purpose to wealth, it's in what you use it for. Not now I'm going to use mine to buy some paintings. Maybe publish a book. Spent all your money on this? She looks at the stone. Its color and luster say everything already. Well, let your little dragon put my gem to the test. Damn, he messed up, didn't he? I think perhaps you should keep it after all. Let it be a fond memory. You're not going to burn it? You really are a kind person. I think right now you'd prefer I were a swindler. Haha, you're no swindler, I'm just a fool. I spent everything I had on a fake gem. No love, no paintings, in a book that will never be published.
Hey, pull yourself together.
Damn. The young man grips the gem, runs for the railings, and leaps. Don't! She rushes to the railing, the Danube flows below. He resurfaces laughing as he's pulled along with the current. Good old Vienna. Through you, I finally understand the meaning of a gemstone. I'm just happy to be alive, though I can't say the same for the rat that stole my money. The meaning of a gemstone. The young man continues his bizarre scene for a while, long before eventually swimming ashore. He stands, dripping the fake stone, now gone from his hand, tumbles unseen through the water. Hope he's alright. His friend goes to meet him on shore. Two of them sing as they stagger away. Gem Hunter leans against the railing, looking down at the glittering river. She has seen days like this in other places and lived through them. A small smile creeps onto her face without thinking. Interrupted by a familiar ring, a message from her employer in Paris.
Adele.
Adele, come back. The storm is coming. Oh, snap. Playing God. Not a bad start, I'd say. I like how it's going so far. Streets of Vienna. The city bristles with anticipation for a war that will never come. The storm is set to arrive in just 3 days. Operas and balls follow one after another. Poetry and calls to arms echo together. The young gather every night. New publications appear daily. The air is so alive it borders on absurdity.
You are?
Are you the one who buys gemstones?
Right.
Newlywed woman. Yes, madam, you may call me Brume. Please get in first. I've never ridden in something like this. Is it safe? Ah, completely, but if you're worried, I can leave it off.
Oh.
Oh, alright. She lifts herself into the passenger seat nervously. Driver's expression is hidden in shadow, but the look on her passenger's face is one of equal parts awe and terror at this strange new marvel of technology.
I heard that.
Apparently some famous writer is hosting a poetry reading at a cafe nearby. She breaks the silence, hoping a bit of local gossip will put the young woman at ease.
I'm sorry.
Really, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that. I don't really care for poetry. Nor do I. It's just something I've overheard from a few passengers this morning. They were already drinking at that point, though. I don't like their chances of making it through a poetry reading.
Maybe.
More young people with nothing to worry about in life. Vienna seems to have more poets and writers than cobblestones. Her tone comes across begrudging, but there is an odd helplessness to it. Painters, musicians, opera performers. I've driven every sort and kind of them. Done business with them as well. Hold on, let me see. Done business with them as well. I don't know if I'll ever understand them, but they've always treated me fairly. I think maybe they're just satisfied with their lot in life. Satisfied, Miss Brume. I wonder how many people you see like me, selling off their dearest possessions just to survive. She carefully takes out a crumpled handkerchief. Wrapped inside it is a ring. He was just like them, so passionate he used to write me poetry until he put down his pen and picked up a rifle. Those hands weren't meant for digging trenches. When he enlisted, it almost seemed he was happier than on our wedding. It had only been a week. 3 days ago, they told me he was dead. Jeez. There was an outbreak in the camp. Why did I let him talk me into that wedding? I was so naive. Now I'm left to divide a meager widow's pension between myself and his family, with bread and meat nearly as dear as gold. But please, the ring, how much is it worth? I was hoping to place some flowers on his grave.
What if?
Passionate, stupid man that he was, my heart was buried right along with him. But if it's a choice between flowers and food, never read poetry, miss, and never fall for a man that... Oh, never read poetry, miss. Never fall for a man that writes it for you. Those sweet, dangerous words will make you forget reality until it's too late. Outside the window, another group of drunken revelers passes by, locked arm in arm. One bumps into the car, then staggers away. People like that live as if there is no tomorrow, but I can't. That's why I came to see you. You wouldn't believe the happiness I felt when I first saw this ring. Promises it held.
Now.
Now these gems mean nothing. They're only a means to an end. Brume ponders the words, not yet moving to take the ring or even to speak. At last she takes a slow, deep breath and tightens her fingers around the steering wheel.
If I told you there was a reason behind their odd behavior, would you believe me?
Passion and excitement may not be their own. They're simply reacting to something happening in this place. The woman looks out the window with a pensive, wistful stare. Hearing you say that, I actually feel a bit relieved. I was born and raised here, but I've never seen anything like this. I started thinking that one day everyone else woke up and decided that life only existed as an excuse to write more poems. Or maybe there was some secret way to trade pretty words for food.
Why?
I'd rather believe what you say, but then why is this
There
happening?
will be a storm.
Because the storm is happening. When it
One
arrives,
that will change everything.
nothing here will be the
The
same.
square, the fountain, the opera house, the cafes. Everything familiar to you will be washed away. And so will we.
Her brow knits, like she's hearing something impossible. She tries to understand. You mean the rain will be that heavy that it'll wash all of us away? And the government should do something before it comes? No one could do anything. No one could stop the rain, madam. But I have a way to leave before it arrives. If you want to live, I could help you get away from here. Driver rests her hand on the wheel, her expression grim, her voice dry. Excuse me. Leave Vienna and go where? Just packing up and saying goodbye to my neighbors would take me half a day? None of that matters. The only thing I can offer is a way to stay alive. After the storm, there would be nothing left of the city. Literally nothing. There's no need for farewells. Maybe you're one of those poetry people after all. But I also feel like you're telling the truth. Days this strange can't last forever. She falls silent. Now it's her turn to her turn to think. Man, I'm just tongue twisting myself. Soft rain begins outside, pattering lightly overhead. After a long while, she speaks
I'm
again.
sorry.
Sorry, but I have to go back. My family needs me.
Thank you.
Thank you, truly. You said there's still a little time. I think I'll go out and buy some good meat and make them a proper dinner. They were right, weren't they? To live as if there was no tomorrow, or no tomorrow. I should have known. This ring.
It's genuine. Par
Damn.
le feu est purifié.
Dang. Some gems have a light band area where brilliances automatically move one tile downward at the end of the turn. But this little thing? Ah, shit. I need 10 of them? Let me see. This is fun. Damn, did it shatter? It sounded like it shattered. You said it was real, though. Small dragon flicks out a burst of flame, wrapping the red gemstone in the woman's palm. When the flame fades, the gemstone remains untouched. Ah, never mind. Closes her hands around the handkerchief, holding the ring tightly.
At least.
He didn't trick me. I knew he wouldn't. Even if I'm going to die tomorrow, I die a little happier knowing for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you don't have to stay here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Brume. The door opens, the passenger steps out into the rain, shrouded in mist. Damn, man. Aw. Some people just accept, you know? If they're like... Some people could just die happy. Yeah, man. So far, so good. Give me one moment. I need to go and get some... my food. It's already ready. I'll be right back shortly. Okay. Now I'm back. Now I am back. Now we can get started again. Had to just rendezvous and have some dinner. Some chili dogs. Didn't take too long. But let's get back to the story. Shouldn't take us too long. Stage 3. Freedom, dignity, and peace. Freedom, dignity, peace. The car falls silent until a faint voice stirs.
Just what are you hoping to accomplish, Adele?
Find savior yet again. How amusing. Another soul living inside Brume's body, too weak to stay at the surface for long. She may only have a single moment, but she's never one to waste an opportunity to sneer. Not that I can't save everyone, I'm not trying to, but I can't let someone die without trying. None.
Oh, please.
Please, Mashed. You've neither the grace nor skill to disguise your intentions. I've been silent, not dead. Do you really want to pretend you haven't been enjoying yourself here? Driving around in this contraption, living out a long forsaken dream. I feel the smile on your face every time you hear them calling you a gem hunter. Life is good here, I dare say superior to your pitiful life in Paris. You're happy, non-sickeningly satisfied. You'd keep living like this forever if you could. Raw tightens and she lowers her face in a dark grimace.
I don't think this place is at all superior to Paris. No, don't deny it. Nowhere else could ever compare to your precious Paris.
The storm is coming and this place will be destroyed all the same. Freedom never lasts long, does it? Look at all those postcards you wrote. You were as drunk on that freedom as any one of those sappy poets and lovelorn soldiers. But to soothe your conscience, you throw caution to the wind for the sake of some stranger with a sob story, just because you couldn't do the same in Paris. Adele, Shadi, don't you feel the slightest bit ashamed to pretend as if one life might cover your sins? Allures, the storm will come, yes, but so long as it's not today, you're quite satisfied to revel in its shadow. Felician, you're being too loud. I wasn't thinking about all of that, I only...
You idiot!
Soul's voice spikes. Petty wasn't enough to teach you. Use your head, Adele.
Even as the storm washed away all of Paris, the entire world, your life was never truly in danger. Yet now, you're content to live as that woman's lackey, you weak-willed thing you.
Tell me, how are you any different from these oblivious fools strutting about here?
Admit it.
Admit it, in your heart you were relieved it was Cecilia who died in Paris?
Enough!
Enough, Felician. Driver's face freezes like ice over still water, her voice booming in the empty car. You. Soul sputters weakly, having expended most of her energy. None. Not once have I felt anything like relief about Celia's death. How could I ever?
She was my best friend. The storm. It caused all this. Adele.
Adele, whether you accept it or not, this is the world, as it is. Soul's voice drops low, dripping with condescension. I used to look down on the petty aristocracy as they knelt and paid homage. at Baron's banquets. I never imagined I'd one day be kneeling and begging someone to let me live.
And you still cling to ideas of freedom, dignity, and peace in a world like this. That sort of
Peace.
idealism is worse than nonsense.
Honestly, Adele, you should leave Beryl. She'll never protect you. Oh, and then what? Shall we join Manus Vindicte? I certainly wouldn't object. If it weren't for them, Cecilia might still be alive. Everyone could be alive, and everyone could be dead. The only thing that matters is that Manus Vindicte can control the storm. So what? They twisted the world into something unnatural where only people like them can survive. I don't want a world with only one kind of person, one kind of madman. I would never want that.
I've always hated driving in places like that.
Their ideal world is like a street with no signs, no rules, only chaos everywhere. I've always hated driving in places like that. Felician, I've always let you speak your mind, but if you ever bring this up again even once, I will ask Madame Boaniche to remove you. Adele, you... She gasps until she finally spends all her energy and fades back into slumber. Their argument ends without resolution. Doesn't feel like victory. The taste of that last threat hangs acrid and sharp on her tongue. Finally, she starts the car and drives forward, cutting through the misty rain. Another night passes and her mood does not improve. After leaving Paris, she had become a true gem hunter, chasing glittering stones and bringing them back to Madame Boaniche to serve as mediums for divination. Outside, the world is crossing another storm, but inside their shelter, the diviner has covered a table with crystals and gemstones. Pale hands place them one by one, making them with intricate, unfamiliar sigils. Brume sits across from her, sleepless eyes dripping with each pass, unable to make sense of what she sees.
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche, are you preparing a reading?
Shh.
The rain does not last long. Be patient, Adele. Her pale eyes reflect with the gemstones' glow. She speaks softly, unmoved by the events unfolding and refolding outside. Adele is quiet as she watches the ritual, her eyes catching on the glittering gems as they clink against one another. Just as the rain slows outside, the gemstones on the table shatter all at once, their luster gone. Did the ritual fail? This is different from your usual readings. I don't know how to pronounce that. Noticed, yes, this wasn't really a reading at all. It's a different kind of ritual, though it still requires gemstones as a medium.
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche, are these stones useless now? As far as rituals go, yes, they cannot be used
Do
again.
you find that
Do you find
regrettable?
No, after all, you must have wanted me to purchase them for a reason. Well, perhaps a little. These gemstones, they have their worth and their stories. You said this wasn't a typical reading. What was this ritual for? Is it something to do with the truth of the storm? Her eyes sharpen, the days of fatigue disappears. She sits up without realizing, her voice edged with hope and urgency.
You believe that by giving me the gemstones, you will learn the truth about this storm. Is that it, Adele?
Judging from your tone, it won't be that simple. Your time in Vienna has made you more eager. That is a good sign. Good sign. Maybe Felician nearly tore me apart over it. Soul is silent. She has sunk into deep sleep. No one in Vienna knows anything about the Tavernets. Everything in Paris truly was erased by the storm. Saw that I would only realize how proud I was of that name after it's gone. Her long fingers turn over the shattered crystal pieces, her gaze dimming. Even if I was only a driver, I was not an ordinary one. I had stories to tell.
Those
days
days
are
are
long
long
gone.
gone. And I realized it too late.
Adele,
Adele, truth cannot be bought or traded. It reveals itself only along the
you
way.
have already set foot on the path in chasing gems and the truth of the storm. You have faced failure after failure. Yet with each attempt, you draw ever closer.
You mean I will find the answer myself? Saw this in the reading? The diviner smiles faint and distant, like snow melting into water, gone in a breath.
Adele,
That Adele is something that requires no definition to see. I need gemstones. You seek them, that is all. What happens along the way is your path to follow alone. seek them. It's so hard to believe me, a gemstone hunter, in a world ravaged by the storm. The gaze holds on the glittering slivers that have scattered across the surface of the table.
But
I don't quite understand, but gemstones do not change. Perhaps that holds more meaning than trying to save people lost in the storm. She lifts a shard and peers through it. Her vision suddenly recolored to match its hue. Miss Beryl and all her riddles. A business opportunity. Jewelers Street, Delhi. A busy street dedicated to buying and selling of precious gems. A panoply of merchants and customers of every complexion and style mingle together. Sunglasses lift and lower again and again just to catch the gemstones shine more clearly. The sun leaves skin sticky with heat. Clarity is excellent. She places the stone back into the tray, neither offering a price nor revealing any particular emotion. We'll be taking it then. This is the best batch of roughs we've had in some time, shipped straight from the Padar mines.
Here's the case.
There's not much left there. Ask around, you'll see everyone is running low on stock. The customers keep coming.
merci.
Thank you, sir, but this is not what I'm looking for. Tell me what it is that you're looking for. I'll ask around. A cashmere sapphire? Practiced glinting smile suddenly dulls. I don't suppose you just heard a rumor and rushed over, eh? I'm afraid you'll leave empty-handed.
Listen.
Look at you, green as grass. Take my advice, miss. Searching for a sapphire like that here is useless. Not even the most experienced hunter could find such a thing. Think me an amateur then, none. Let's not put it that way. It's only that you're searching for the rarest of stones. To come all this way and leave empty-handed would be the worst. I think, unless you have no choice, I'd advise you to lower your expectations.
No.
I see. But I don't intend to change my goal, sir. Go ask around if you must. Commotion cuts off their back and forth. Shoo, stop bothering me. I'm not buying your stones. Mina, come here. Don't pay him any mind. Dad, but tell him to go back to where he came from. Trying to trick me with these obvious fakes. 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute to clear off and leave me to my business, or else I'll lay hands on you. Dark-skinned boy is shoved down into the street, kicking up dust. He springs up, clutching a stone, and stubbornly leaps toward the counter.
Hey!
It's real. It's a good stone.
Calm down.
Hey, calm down. Gem hunter, having become well accustomed to settling disputes, finds herself pulled unconsciously toward the situation, raising a hand to draw their attention. Those gathered to the self-appointed mediator. Seeing a fine crystal flash on the back of her hand, the gem merchant's face softens toward the potential customer.
What is it?
So what's going on? What makes you think this stone is a fake? The boy moves close to her, feeling both protected and newly hopeful.
Here is the case.
Miss, you don't know this boy. He likely stole his father's truck to come here, and it wouldn't be the first time, I can tell you that. He's just a miner's hand. He never brings anything good. All the stones of any really quality will make it past their foreman. So whatever he's doing now is either fake or stolen. This kid thinks he could just do whatever he wants. The guts. This one I dug up myself. I promise it's good. Give me a break. I won't trade with some ruffian like you. If there's any justice in this world, then you'll get a proper hiding for taking that truck. He waved his hand like shooing flies, showing no pity. Dad, why not at least look at the stone he brought? Maybe he's telling the truth. Mina, with people like him, kindness gets you nowhere. If you get tangled up with that little thief today, it puts our business with the mines in jeopardy.
I see.
I see. Still, I think it would be alright just to take a look. Damn, I don't know how to pronounce this. Small, rough hands place a simply cut, unheated stone into her palm. It has real weight to it.
Par le feu est purifié.
By fire, what is false is purged. Some gems have a light diffraction area where brilliance is automatically moved sidewards at the end of the turn? What? Oh, I see. What? Oh my god. Pretty fun. No more words needed. The red dragon on her shoulder lifts its head. Flame erupts, briefly flashing across her eyes. The gem merchant watches the fire with widening eyes. That's that. It's real, though it's not particularly high quality. Not clean. It has a violet cast. You cut this yourself, Nun. See the lumps and notches? You've all but ruined it.
I'm not sure.
You were using arcane skill to appraise that stone just now? That's right. Have you heard of it before? She looks at the man with a sudden, eager curiosity. The little dragon stretches its neck out as if to join her.
You are.
Are you a chevalier? 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 Faint French gem hunting family. That arcane skill of yours, it's unmistakable. She looks away. The red dragon's wings droop, suddenly lacking spirit. You're mistaken. The technique only looks similar. She places the stone back into the boy's hand. His expression dims with disappointment. What's your name? Patel. Alright, Patel, name your price. Stone, how much do you want for it? Gives a number, hesitant but steady.
Deal.
Fair price, I'll take it.
Even so.
Miss, there's no need to show charity to a no-good ruffian like him. Even if the stone is real, you don't know where it came from. If it's a gem you're after, I will be able to find it, I assure you.
Is that so?
Can you? I'm looking for a cashmere sapphire.
Huh?
Miss, are you sure? I'll be honest, most of the mines around here don't produce sapphires anymore.
No.
The few that are circulated around openly are invariably fakes.
But
And again, I see you can appraise them for yourself. That's your advantage. At least you won't be cheated. Gem Hunter shows no reaction to the merchant's flattery. So that these genuine sapphires aren't in open circulation, but they can still be found somewhere in Nest Sepa? I'm just gonna... Damn, I don't want to butcher stuff. As perceptive as your little dragon, it seems. The old sapphire mines are near the border. The same area this brat slinked out from. He nods toward Patel, still clutching his jagged stone with pride.
here is the case.
It's not safe out there. The pass through dense rainforest, places where all manner of smugglers and criminals gather, and the miners themselves aren't the friendliest either. Yeah, for those that are reading, if you guys know how to pronounce this, let me know in the comments and whatnot. I would actually love to know. I don't want to like be butchering words. I most likely did, so apologies on that. Miners themselves aren't the friendliest either, but other gem hunters have gone to visit these mines before, none.
Yes.
Oh yes, but they had teams and backers behind them. You came alone, it seems, aside from your pets. That much is true. Then I beg you, please, stay here where it's safe. I have contacts in the mines if you want to work together. What you just said, the Savage mines are nearly exhausted and the other hunters are waiting at the gate. If I stay here, I'll never have a chance. You want someone who can appraise stones? Fine, after all, you gave me useful information. Merchant's expression hardens. Yes, I don't want to sound harsh, but going to the mines alone is as good as a death sentence. Scans her face, hoping to see some sign of struggle, some hint of fear or unease, anything. But her expression is calm, almost serene. Simply thinking of your safety if you stay here with enough time and money and your appraisal abilities.
I don't have that much time.
I don't have that much time. Kid, come here. The boy, really a young man, approaches and Brume meets his eyes. Is this the first gem you've sold?
Yes.
I would be honored.
Then I'm honored. I'll pay your price and something extra for the effort. But you must take me to your mine. To be continued. Against the inevitable. Jeweler Street, Delhi. I think what Reverse needs, I would like to see it too, if they ever add it, a timeline of like all the stories and whatnot, and like where is placed where. Especially since, you know, this game revolves a lot of around a lot of time, and it reverses a lot, obviously. So, I mean, I would love to see that. As the sun sets, the eager crowds that once filled the street begin to shrink away into the night. Got some guts, driving into Delhi alone. She lets the supplies into her car and pats the roof. I'll take my own car. Excuse me. When we set out tomorrow, you lead. Got it. He's quiet, but seems to be in good spirits as he helps load up their supplies. Mina furrows her brow and she watches them. She makes an odd pair with Patel. Despite being the same age, they look years apart. Sister? Oh, you could just call me Brume. Or Adele.
I'm sorry.
Adele, I'm sorry about my father.
No.
You don't need to apologize, he's a merchant. He has his reasons. But he wasn't like this before. It wasn't so long ago that he'd go visit the mines himself. He's become so harsh lately. The people in the mines weren't always like this either. They didn't always treat Patel this way. They both glance toward Patel sitting on the truck bed. His arms and legs tell the story in a patchwork of bruises.
It's dangerous.
Adele, maybe you shouldn't go. The mines really are risky to visit now. Mining gems is always risky. They wouldn't be nearly so precious if it wasn't.
Even so.
But you might not even find one, and even if you do, you may not make it back. My father was right about that much, and there are so many dangers to avoid. But I don't want to avoid danger.
I don't intend to give up
Or
just
rather-
to play things safe.
Or rather, I don't intend to give up just to play things safe. Mina falls quiet. She knows nothing she can say will change this woman's mind. Hey, don't look so down. Maybe I will really come back with a sapphire. I hope so. If this is what you have to do, then I'll wish you luck. Thank you, Mina. That's enough. Mining area. The heat is always heaviest just before the rain arrives. Made worse by the stagnant air near the mine entrance, the sluggish, humid air blurs the line between swimming and walking. Shouts and hammering echo across the site. Even the threat of a downpour doesn't stop the relentless pursuit. Whew, lucky enough, I suppose. With Patel leading, they reach the mine without incident. There. Points to a mine entrance where small-framed workers wearing headlamps are preparing to descend. A few older men look on. Patel quickens his pace toward them. As he approaches, one of the men looks up, giving him a stony glare. As Patel reaches him, he holds out a hand and strikes him across the face. Bro.
Don't!
Patel, leave him alone. Too late. Patel stumbles from the below. Brume catches him. Who are you? Friend of Patel's. Ha! Friend. The stone facade doesn't crack even as he withdraws his hand. Patel, get back to work now. Yes, father. Patel goes to fetch a large sieve His own face now matches his father's, stiff and emotionless. Are you coming with me? I have to go sift the mineral sand. Accord, your friend will only be too happy to help. A smile breaks through the facade, but his left cheek is starting to swell and redden. The water source muddied and tainted from washing away the ravaged earth. A line of people stands along its bank, breaking up ore. Tired and thin, old men playing out a cacophony of hammers. You did well. Doesn't look like your first time. The words come out awkward as if he isn't used to saying anything at all. At the water's edge, they lower the sieve into the pool, shake it to wash away the mud, and pick through the stones revealed on the bottom. Is that so, Master Patel? Maybe it's because I picked up some theory while learning to appraise gemstones. Theory. Knowledge, methods.
Oh.
Oh, like my brother, he was always interested in learning. He even knew how to write. You have a brother? Dead. From heat stroke. He just collapsed one day.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Patel. Everyone here has lost a brother. My uncle is buried in these mines. The gem hunter lowers her head. Hands in the sun, warmed water, feeling the mud between her fingers. You didn't want to come back, did you? I wanted my own money. His voice drops, almost swallowed by the babbling water and the rhythmic hammering, but she hears it. I found that stone. I hid it in my mouth.
So,
It was mine. If you'd gotten a good price, you wouldn't have come back. After a long moment, he nods. My brother did the same. He was good at finding stones, good at hiding them too, good at staying away. But he always came back in the end. The last of the mud washes away, leaving only a few dull stones behind. Worthless. Flicks them into the water. Let me refresh everything again. He flicks them into the water. The workday passes quickly, sunset falls, a cool night wind rises. They didn't come away empty-handed, but the effort far outweighs the gain. Fire crackles, clothes still damp, the gem hunter eats a little of the food she brought. They will sleep on the ground tonight. Adele, you're as filthy as a peasant. Familiar voice rings out.
It's not so bad.
I've looked worse, Felician. This is part of the job.
But I am not like you at all, peasant.
Oh my gosh. You do realize that I'm part of you now. Why must I be forced to wallow in mud like some barnyard creature? I expect you revel in all of this, but have a heart. Felician, I'm not wallowing in mud, and you're being loud enough to give me a headache. Here, let me wipe you off. She wipes the muck from the crystal, suppressing an eye roll. Well, horror? This is what you get for playing with mud all afternoon? How must I suffer like this?
Sorry.
Sorry, but I can't exactly take you off. Aren't you here for sapphires? What's the point of sifting through this dirt? Please, please do not tell me you're enjoying this too. I haven't forgotten what I'm here for. Patel will bring word. If a sapphire turns up, I'll be the first one here to negotiate. So you're pretending to befriend the boy, to exploit his skills. Adele, I'm impressed. Perhaps I am beginning to have some influence on you. If misunderstanding my intentions makes you feel better, then go ahead, Felician. After all,
Being trapped inside the crystal seems rather miserable.
Please, you're just like everyone else, Adele. Always refusing to admit your own selfishness. She snickers darkly. Not as selfish as you make me out to be. I have a goal.
I'll get the sapphire.
The Tabernae curse prevails. We always find our treasure. She speaks softly, eyes lifted to the deep blue night. Good chapter. I'm liking Brume's story so far. At first light, the mine awakens with the day. A rough hose feeds water into the mine shaft to ease the pressure inside. Still straps on his headlamp, ready to descend.
Do be careful.
Be careful. If anything goes wrong, shake your light, I'll pull you up. His body slips into the water. He nods once and swims deeper. His light dims. By noon, Patel's surfaced only to bring up tray after tray of heavy mineral sand. His hands are wrinkled and pale from the water. You need to take a break? I'm fine. Just one more. His wet hands lift the sieve high, passing into Brume at the mouth of the tunnel. I'll be right back. His voice fades, followed by rushing water. You've been down there too long. A sudden snap at first, it seemed imagined, then she realizes it is the support frame collapsing. In an instant, earth floods the shaft. The light blinks out. Patel! Mine collapse. Miners begin shouting over each other as they rush toward the site of the collapse. Uh-oh. Oh no. The Cursebreaker. Mine area. Stifling heat. They dig, bent over the earth. With every minute, hope evaporates. Patel! Patel! But no one answers. His father is the first to stop digging. He stares at the mound of earth, empty-eyed.
Digging! We
Keep
must
digging.
help him!
He's dead. There wasn't anything worthwhile down there. He shouldn't have gone in. It was a waste of effort. His voice is flat. His eyes are red but hollow. We live and die searching for those gemstones. The only thing that's ever been worth it, that ever mattered. Damn, man. Brume keeps digging. Ignore the old man's dejected words. Sweat runs down her face, falling into the mud. Near dusk, she finally unearths him, but the crush of stone and dirt had already suffocated him. Damn, yeah, he's just dead. Patel. Boy's face is gray, eyes closed, his skin cold even in the jungle heat. Man, that's... Damn, dude. You saw where your fate led you, didn't you? Tried to escape this fate, but... Your gaze drifts over the mining camp. At another entrance, workers are already gathering, starting the next shift. A lonely figure sits in the dusk beside Patel's still body, mumbling to herself.
Only the gemstones matter.
Only gemstones. She carries Patel's body to a place far from the shaft, as far from camp as she can manage. Covers him in a mound dug by her hand. Her entire body aches with effort, but she still forces herself to prop up a few branches to mark his grave.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Patel. She whispers. Damn, that's sad. A new day breaks at the mine. None of the gathered workers seem concerned or even affected by their recent loss. He's still here. His voice is rough, as if tired of her very presence. If you're going to stand there judging us, why stay? Did you want me to cry for him? He isn't the first of us to die. He won't be the last. It's traitors like you that made this place the hellhole it is. Patel's grave is over there. She doesn't answer his accusation, only lifts a hand and points. If you want, you could give him a better marker or something more. It's not worth it. We may need to dig there someday. His gaze shifts from the makeshift grave back toward the active shaft, where a thick hose pours water inside. Short on miners, aren't you? Now that Patel is gone, you.
I need to find the gemstone.
Starting to find my gemstone, that's why I'm here. The rush of water roars in her ears. Even in the heat, the water in the shaft feels cold. She reaches beneath the surface, feeling for the weight of a stone hidden in the sands. She takes a deep breath and plunges her head under.
Oh,
Oh, is that the Tavernet?
Yes.
Quite right. The famous gem hunting family. And she's down in the largest gem we have tonight. So young, living with so much wealth already.
what?
No, I heard the Tavernet family is cursed. Inevitably, once they set on their journeys, they will find something, but it will cost them their lives. Seemed as soon as they find something of true value, death follows close behind. I do wonder about this tavernet in particular. The lady hides a smile behind her hand, her diamond ring glittering.
Dear.
Dear, don't speak like that. This one is different. She's always known about the curse. Lots of her family went to their doom and never knowing it was coming. She's known her fate from the beginning. Adele, Adele! Adele Tavernet! Spotlight eliminates the gem displayed on stage. Donated by Miss Adele Tavernet. Our thanks for her contribution to charity. Gem Hunter, a knight, a true adventurer. She fears nothing, cutting through uncertainty and hardship, all to chase the gleam of light. She knew her destiny and still made a choice to follow it.
Yes.
Every tavernet is born with that thirst for adventure, to do or to die, and usually both. When she set out, Adele meant to greet death and strike it down. She really is like a questing knight. Adele, Adele, Adele! She has succeeded where many before had failed. Perhaps the curse is no more. It seems to me that nothing in this world could defeat her now. Her name will live on forever. Adele, Adele, Adele! Please welcome Adele Tavernet. It's either... I mean, I'm pronouncing it like a Tavernet, but I think you could say Tavernier. The lights glare down on her, and the gemstone, bright as an engulfing flame. Adele, please tell everyone here, how did you use one gemstone to change your fate, to change the world? Change the world with a gemstone? Beautifully said. Adele, Adele, Adele. Welcome back. Yeah, you're good. Claws erupts, sudden and overwhelming, eyes fix on her as though witnessing a miracle.
No.
Underwater, her eyes snap open in the dark. Something glimmers. Her hand closes around a hard stone. The little dragon clinging frantically to her arms is shocked as a large stone is shoved forcefully into its mouth. Wails, chokes, and retreats frantically beneath her clothes. What type of gem is it? I can't keep going like this. The rope tied to her waist begins to haul her up. The gem hunter emerges, dripping empty-handed. Okay. Why gemstones matter? I'm glad it's giving me Psycube EXP. I literally need it. Why gemstones matter? Find anything? Stone is dismissive, but he holds his stare, sharp and unblinking. No, just sand. You can try your luck if you like. Maybe you'll get something. You're right, there's nothing down there worth it. Several pairs of eyes watch her, scanning for her for clues. Their eyes glint with something feverish. The gem hunter knows that look well. Found something, otherwise you wouldn't have come up.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed.
Sorry to disappoint, but it's like you said, the mine is a bust. It's cold down there, not worth my time. Or you already found what you were looking for. You don't believe me. She spreads her hands. You interrogate all the miners who like this? Like, little wonder it's so miserable here. Search me if you like, but remember, I'm a customer, not a worker. Adele's father watches her for a long time. His expression is like a snake waiting to strike. What are you thinking?
How sad.
I'm thinking none of you are right on the head, and it's a shame I have to be the one to tell you. Adele died doing this work, and you barely even tried to save him. Like he wasn't worth enough to save you. Wasn't it worth enough to you? If we had all dug together, we might have saved him. We all just went back to work, even though there's nothing left to find.
Sorry.
Sorry. Said too much. I don't really understand how things are here. Maybe it's pointless to try.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I just want to go. Says nothing as she walks toward her car. We're going to let her just walk away. She's got something. Must have found a sapphire. The accusation hits like a detonator, sending off every frayed nerve around her. Gem Hunter is only a few steps from the car. She surges forward and dives inside. Damn it, get her. Stand back. He's always scrambling for his gun. He's already scrambling for his gun. The engine roars. His eyes go bloodshot as the car kicks up sand. Burst of dust rises, blotting out the sky. Bang, the trigger is pulled and gunshots crack through the air. Vehicle jolts as a scream fills the cabin. Adele, what are you doing? I just got shot in the arm. Imbecile. Imbecile! You want to embrace the family curse and chase your own death? Again, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sorry.
Sorry, Felician. Not now. We're being hunted. Empire tears through the air, skipping against the earthen road.
All over if you die here.
What's the purpose of all this? If we die, everything ends. These miners have lost all reason. They would have killed me over that gem, whether I paid for it or not. I bet they were always greedy, but now with the storm so near, we don't know what they're capable of. Good thing I've spent so much time dodging traffic in Paris. None, though I never would have guessed I'd use those skills to dodge bullets. Well, maybe I have. She comes out half manic. She can feel the blood trickling down her arm.
Adele.
Oh, if you want to get yourself killed, could have the good manners to at least not take me with you. What's wrong, Felician? You've more or less already died once. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look up how to pronounce this. One moment. Nespa? Okay, I think it's pronounced something like that. Nessa? Nespa? Nespa? What's wrong, Felician? You've more or less already died once. Nespa? Perhaps my family curse will at last find me today. She directs the wheel, pulling the car around a sharp blind curve. The gunfire at last fades behind them.
Not now.
But not now. My heart is
My
racing.
heart is racing. I won't let it stop.
About the ones that are supposedly good for Yenisei after making out her thingy? Oh, really? The rainforest. Let's hope I don't end up with just one arm. She filters water and washes the dry blood away. Short time later, she crouches while heating her knife in her campfire. She bites down on a rolled up cloth, closes her eyes, and digs out the bullet. I wonder if my great-grandfather did this too. Maman used to say whatever I thought of their stories, the stories were always worse. But then at least Napoleon remembered his name. She bites down on the bandage and ties it off. Are you proud of yourself now, Adele? Gem Hunter goes quiet, pale. Yeah, I'm getting serious about building characters. Nice, that's good. I mean, heck, you have some good characters that you're getting. You got Brume, you got Beryl, you just got Ezra. Got a lot to look forward to and build. A lot of teams you can make. I just didn't think it would feel like this. So this is what an adventure feels like, huh?
This is what an adventure feels like, huh?
All this for a single stone, pretty though it may be. The little dragon climbs onto her shoulder, avoiding the wound. It opens its mouth and spits out a rough-looking stone, panting with exhaustion. A raw, uncut crystal, the gem hunter lifts it toward the light.
Only the gemstones matter.
The stone has changed what that means. My ancestors, my great-grandfather, my parents in this world, their stories no longer apply. Why should we bother chasing these things anymore? No one will remember it, our name will be forgotten or changed.
Or perhaps feeling lost is also part of our fates?
She murmurs it, sorrow softening her voice. The orbiculum gleams. Someone bound to fate sends a message.
Adele, the storm is coming.
Ooh. The storm is coming. Another world forsaken. Jewelers Street, Delhi. Adele! You're hurt! The bandage on the driver's arm is seeping blood as the mud-smeared vehicle returns to the outskirts of Delhi.
It's been a long time.
Long time no see, Mina. How are things here? Are you serious? Come here, let me rewrap that wound. Gosh, what happened to you? Must have found what you wanted. Why else would you be here? Gem merchant leans in and eyes her from behind the counter. He poses his question in a casual tone, but there is an unusual fervor beneath it. Dad? Mina's face twists, obviously uncomfortable with his attitude. The gem hunter gives him a slight nod. Unsteady but confident despite her ordeal. You're not wrong, but I paid a steep price for it. To be frank, I never expected to see you again. Figured you for dead. Either outside the mines or on the road there. Would you let me take a look? If you intend to sell it. I'm not in need of a buyer, monsieur. If that's what you're driving after. Adele, he's just curious. Right, Dad. She turns to her father with a pleading expression, hoping he'll answer with dignity.
Yes.
Yeah, so just wanted to see if it was worth all the effort. I bet it shines like a sunset sea. It hasn't been cut nor treated, so it isn't much to look at, but you already knew that.
Merci.
I think it best that I take my leave. Thank you, Mina. Mina has just finished wrapping her arm in clean white gauze. She winces with pain as it is tightened. Mina's father watches them both, his expression seeming to grow darker with every passing second. Yeah, he really wanted it too, huh? Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Oh, shit. Adele! The girl runs up, panic and concern written all over her face. Where are you going to go now? Or I suppose I just mean, maybe I could write to you. Dad has been acting stranger each day, but it seems like he isn't the only one.
I'm sorry.
I just hope that maybe we could stay friends. We could keep talking about gemstones or whatever you like, really. She stops behind her a hint of hope in her voice. Mina? She extends her hand. A gemstone rests quietly in her palm. This is Patel's. He wanted you to have it, he said. Thank you for speaking up for him that day. We both recall the day he came to the market, but Brume proved the stone were their flames. Only Mina trusted him. Mina accepts the stone with dawning concern. Confusion ran on her face. I don't understand. Didn't he sell the gem to you? Is it alright? Changed his mind. Escaped his old life for good. That's all that matters. You want to see what I found?
Hey!
Yes, of course. She lets the unanswered questions slide with a nod.
Oh,
Wow.
that's...
It's a true cashmere sapphire. Its luster is amazing, even unheated. Entranced by its glow, the girl reaches out and touches it. She snaps back to herself, quickly pulling her hand away. What will you do with it? Sell it for a fortune? Make it into a one-of-a-kind ring? Gem Hunter shakes her head.
No,
No, it has another purpose.
it's time I head off now.
Sorry. I have to leave. This is her second farewell.
Sorry.
Mina, I may not be able to write to you. Oh? She doesn't ask why. Adele's pale face lifts into a smile. Try as she might, she can't make her smile look happy. Wish I could say more, but just know that the strange things happening here will end soon.
Sooner or later.
Sooner or later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mina. Damn, she's just gonna die. Clouds gather overhead, the heavy air is thick with moisture. The girl stands alone as the rain is about to fall. The reverse 1999, the reverse world is like so... It's brutal. You can't save everybody. There's not enough, like, shelters to save you from the storm in this universe. Another reverse storm, another quiet ritual. Crack. Finer the gemstone, the clearer the sun when it breaks. The woman before her is silent, like a sculpture. She never shows frustration at the ritual's result, nor confusion, just a solemn blankness. The gemstone shatters. After a long pause, Brume walks out the door of the shelter. Howard did. The riverside. Paris. Another storm, another disaster forgotten, but the riverbank air is damp and fresh. Adele, admit it, you were played. He's been predicting the storm using intelligence from the Menace Vindictae.
Beryl will never tell you the truth about the storm. She's never truly cared. Not about you, not about the storm, not about the world itself.
Gemstone you worked so hard to find. She shattered it and tossed you the pieces. She pulls a handful of glittering fragments from her pocket and looks out over the river. One of those slivers, though, is sizable enough on its own in the light of day. Cut as it is, it reveals itself in a lustrous cornflower blue. Adele? Do you want to keep it? Even after the failed ritual, its shattered core seems to radiate with light. It has no more use for me, but it could serve as a memory of your long journey. What do you mean? Gem Hunter lowers her head, gazing at the fragmented stone, and her fingers close around it, gathering its remains into her palm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche will not tell me the truth about the storm. She stands at the riverbank and tilts her head toward the flowing water. People I met in Vienna, I was like them once, looking forward to a bright future. In a way, I think Mina and Patel were too. They never knew the storm was coming, and what would it matter if they did? There's nowhere to run. The storm has already changed everything.
My fate? I've never had control over it. I doubt I ever will.
Until now, I hesitated, always waiting for it to come.
Waiting for the moment. Any moment when I might feel I've become a true tavernier. When I set out for adventure. Or when I find a way to appreciate the significance of gemstones.
I was pronouncing it right. Tavernier. The blue fragments tumble through the air, scattering light before they fall into the river. Her eyes still reflect the gem's blue gleam. Gems used to promise forever, but what does that mean now? Everything will be lost
Left
time.
unknown. Unremembered. Unappreciated.
Yeah.
Adele.
Then you've begun to understand, Adele. Shadi, this world has never mattered. You once chased what was ordinary and now the extraordinary, but it is all the same. In a way, I wish I had tried to live that extraordinary life earlier. Maybe then that curse would have found me before I knew all this. Now it's too late. Brilliant blue shards strike the water and disappear into the river.
The old world is long gone, you poor wretch.
Paris stretches out around them, washed again by the storm. The familiarity of its skyline is only a facade. It is a new Paris in an old mask, one that does not belong to them. The winds of a new world rise.
I will rediscover the true meaning behind these gems. Sooner or later.
Damn. Aw. That was good. Extra stages, huh? We could play a little bit. But yeah, that was pretty good, man. Damn, poor Patel, dude. He just got crushed and died. Actually crazy. Perfect brilliances acquired? Oh, I have to... What? In special stages, tap in an area, rotates the brilliances within the area clockwise. Oh, I see. What? Oh my god. I don't like how this is now. What the heck? Oh no, this does not feel good. Insufficient energy. Dang, I really just do not see anything. Ugh. Um... Anyway. Yeah. I guess we'll wrap it up while I play these. Anyway, that is gonna do it for Brume's story. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. It's good. I can't tell if this is after the main event story, if this is after or before. Well, actually, obviously it is after the main event story. Duh. But I can't tell if this is like after Barrel's character story or before that. That's why I was like mentioning, like, if only there was like a little timeline we could look at, that'd be pretty nifty or sweet to have. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah. My bad, I just started playing again. But... yeah, I think that's gonna do it for Brume's character story. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I thought that was pretty good. I think I actually liked Barrel's character story, more. Or I enjoyed it more, I should say. They're both good. I'd probably give this one, like... I think I gave Barrels, like, a 9 out of 10. I'd probably give this one, like, an 8 out of 10. It was solid. But yeah, that is gonna do it. Appreciate you guys chilling and hanging out. Until the next one. Later, 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 later.